My name is Teacher Vincent from Bamban National High School. Today is a brand new day. It's more fun and excitement because we will explore another teaching strategies that may help a lot from our teaching, especially with children with special needs. I am so excited because we'll interview one of the best SPED teacher in our town that can help us better understand the difference between accommodation and codification. What are we waiting for? So, let's go! Right now, we're going to SPED Center here in our town to get some very informative teaching strategies that can help us in teaching children with special needs. So come on and let's go! After 30 minutes of driving, finally, we're here! Before I introduce to you my interviewee, please like and subscribe to my channel, Sir and Things TV. Finally, the wait is over. I am with this gorgeous and best teacher in town, especially when it comes to teaching children with special needs. None other than Ma'am Roslyn Ponilas Umayang, SPED Teacher 1. A round of applause, please. How are you, Ma'am?
I'm good, sir.
Yeah.
Welcome to my SPED Center.
It's nice to meet you again, ma'am. So, kahapon nandito po ako para sabihan kayo na mag-i-interview po tayo. So, here the first question. So, what are the difference between accommodation and modification?
Okay. First, yung ating tinatawag na accommodation and modification, both are essential po in teaching learners with special needs. Dahil ito yung mga strategies, mga techniques na ginagamit natin para yung mga learners natin na may special needs, especially sa yung mga naka-inclusion or included in the general classroom. When we say general classroom, sila yung mga nag-aaral together with our regular students. For example, those are those learners na mayroong learning disability na nasa regular class. I mean, ang kanilang peers ay regular learners. So, these two techniques, sabi natin, strategies na modification and accommodation means integrating learners with special needs. First, when we say accommodation, these are ways para yung mga learners natin na merong special needs, ma-access nila yung competencies o yung mga curriculum. Sinasabi natin curriculum in the general classroom. When we say naman modification, ito yung mga ways o mga kaparaanan na ginagamit natin to be able for the learners especially to achieve naman yung curriculum. When we say accommodation, wala tayong changes, for example, sa competencies na ginagamit natin, sa assessment na ways, yung ginagamit natin assessment, wala tayong changes doon. Kumbaga, yung standard natin, same na standard na hinahanap natin sa regular, same din ang standard na ginagamit natin. Na hinahanap natin
So, especially in graded.
Yes, opo. Usually, ito sa general classroom. When we say naman, modification, from the word modify.
Yes.
Oo. May change. May pagbabago. Kumbaga, ginabago natin yung kaparaanan. Kung paano natin i-assess, kung paano natin turuan, kung paano natin malaman kung ano yung pagbabago sa or sa performance ng ating mga learners. Just for example, parang isang basic example lang. For example, meron tayong learners na deaf.
Yes.
May hearing impairment. Kung sila ay nasa regular classroom, for example, dito sa Mathematics Center, meron tayong mga learners na nasa regular. Ang mga peers nila ay mga hearing isang example sa pagtuturo sa kanila. For example, ang kanilang subject ay, or ang kanilang lesson ay addition. Siyempre, ang ating mga senior classroom teachers, ang way ng pagtuturo sa regular classroom, kapag sila nagtuturo, sila yung sasalita. Sabi natin, nakikinig ang mga details. Pero ang mga guests natin, hindi sila nag-benefit sa ganung style of learning. Kasi nga, hindi sila nakakarinig. So, ano ang gagawin accommodation sa regular classroom? Hindi naman maturuan. Hindi naman nag-benefit sa klase na kumbaga hindi sila doon tayo pumapasok yung paggamit na sign language. Yung competencies parehas, the way ng pagtuturo, yung mga yung standard ng pagtuturo parehas. Pero gumagamit tayo ng sign language during sa ating pag-lesson para yung mga learners natin na may nag-benefit sasalita ang at the same time, dapat ma-learn nyo din basic sign language para maturuan ang mga deaf. For example naman, sa mga learners na accommodation pa din, no? Sa learners na merong visual impairment, sabihin natin low vision, pwede tayo isang modification, isang accommodation na ginagamit natin. For example, sa pagtuturo setting, nasa regular sila, o nasa regular class sila. Instead na nasa likod sila, kahit nakapangkad sila, pwede sila ilagay sa harap. Yun yung isang basic na form ng accommodation na pwede natin gawin sa ating with special needs, yung may mga vision impairment. For example naman, pagdating sa pag-response, kunwari, sa test, ganyan naman, sa mga exam. Meron tayong learner na merong cerebral palsy na nasa regular classroom. Alam ko po na isa sa ating high school dito sa Masinloc ay nag-tutor ng learner with cerebral palsy. Siyempre, ang mga learner with cerebral palsy, yung iba sa kanila nakakapagsulat. Meron silang movement. Ngayon, instead na paper and pencil kanilang exam, pwede ang response nila ay oral. Ako. Isa pong uli ng accommodation. Kumbaga, hindi tayo nag-change ng hindi natin change yung standard ng ating kung ano yung tinuturo natin sa mga batang ay batang regular, ganun din po ang tinuturo natin sa bata, mga bata may special needs. Kumbaga, binabago lang natin yung paraan. Minumodify lang natin yung paraan ng pagtuturo.
Para mas mapadali.
Mas mapadali sa kanila, angkop sa kanilang pangangailangan, angkop sa kanilang kakayahan. Okay, sir, when it comes naman sa modification from the word side, batching, isang basic example sa mga learners with learning disabilities, sabihin ko na, sila ay nasa grade 3. So, ang kanilang, for example, addition of 5-digit numbers. Siyempre, pag sinabi natin 5 digits, masyado ng malaki or mabigat. Kumbaga, mahirap na para sa mga learners na merong dyscalculia, sabihin natin, yung mga hindi nahihirapan sa mathematics na subject, hindi nahihirapan sa numbers. Ganyan. Isang paraan ng pag-modify ng ating lesson or pag-modify ng ating, sabihin natin, assessment, assessment. Instead na 5-digit numbers, ituturo mo dun, ang ipapa-add mo dun sa learner natin, pwede mo siyang i-trim down into 2 digits lang. Or kung sila ay may regrouping, kung regrouping naman, additionally regrouping, pwede ang ipa-add mo muna yung without regrouping. Kasi nga, kumbaga, hindi nila kaya yung mataas na competitive.
Okay, right now I'm here with Ma'am Beramy Hebron, SPET 3 of Masinloc Central School. So, he's one of those outstanding teacher in special education right now. So, Ma'am, how's your day, Ma'am?
I'm fine and energetic.
How can we know if the strategies we use is effective to them?
Effective to them, makikita mo yan sa kanila kasi once the interaction is okay, tapos yung attention nila nakuha mo, 100% nasa kanila yung attention na binibigay nila sa'yo. At the same time, nakikipag-interact yung bata. Every question na i-raise mo, they will give their best answer. Ibibigay nila yung, aside from answering your question, magbibigay pa sila kung ano yung nasa mind nila. And, effective siya kung ang bata na binibigyan mo ng strategy ay ready to inclusive education. From non-graded section, mapupunta sila ngayon sa regular class, yung tinatawag natin inclusion. Doon mo makikita, doon namin nakikita ng mga teacher ng SPED na yung strategy ginagamit namin is effective sa kanila once na ang pupils namin ay mapupunta sa regular. So yung feeling as a SPED teacher na yung binigay namin na yung best namin, every strategies, tapos napunta sila sa regular, fulfilling sa amin as special education. Kasi, ibig sabihin, lahat ng naituro namin, na-set sa mind nila, hanggang sa ready na sila yung every pupil, doon sila sa regular nagiging mag-stay.
Kasi may transition na.
Yes. Aside from transition, meron tayong inclusive education to regular class. Every grading period, every grade period nila, ready sila. Even yung age nila, hindi naka-angkop dun sa grade level nila, pero yung knowledge nila itself, kaya nilang sumabay sa mga kaklase. Yun yung inclusive education sa amin.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much to Ma'am Beramy and Ma'am Roslyn for having me here. It was so meaningful and knowledgeable for us to know more about accommodation and modification. Maybe I can apply this to my inclusion class after this interview. Again, thank you so much, Ma'am. Teachers like us can address these barriers by providing students with accommodations, adaptations, or changes in educational environments or practices that help students overcome the barriers presented by their disability. Two areas in which accommodations can be used are distractions and testing. Accommodations are organized into four categories: presentations on how the student received information, responding on how students show what they know, settings on how the environment is made accessible for instruction and assessment, and scheduling on how time demand and schedules may be adjusted. Here are some examples that we can use in a classroom accommodation: extended time on the tests and exam, extra time for assignments, preferential, setting presenting, outlines and summaries of classes. Provide on audio tape, environment accommodations, increasing white space on assignments, large print, magnification devices, pencil grip, present instructional orally provided extra spare for writing responses, providing written summaries after verbal instruction. For modification, any changes in the curriculum they are learning. For example, a child may be given an easier book to read than their peers. They might be had fewer questions to complete on how assignments, or there may be fewer answers or choices on a multiple choice exam. Modifications are changes in what students are expected to learn based on their individual abilities. Examples of modifications include use of the alternate books, pass, no pass, reading options, reworded questions in a simpler language, daily feedback to the students. Use diagrams, graphics, and pictures to augment what they say in the words. Provide ample, independent, well-designed, intensive practice, model, instructional practices that they want students to follow. Provide prompts of the strategies to use. Common adaptations include increasing the font size of an assessment, instrument providing magnification, devices of providing a braille, audio, or electronic version of instrument. Having assessment item read orally to students in or allowing students to respond or ally with scribe to record answer. Those are the techniques and the strategies that we can use to have effective learning to our children with special needs. I hope you learn and better understand the difference between accommodation and modification. Once again, I'm Sir Vincent, nag-iiwan ng isang katagang, special education is a service, not a place. See the able, not the label. The only disabilities in life is a bad attitude. See you in my next vlog. Bye-bye!